Okay. The three strengths that Hannah had during her tests were that she held streamline position off each turn she did. She gave honest answers in her questionnaire, so like the evidence she gave was realistic, and Hannah tried her best in each test that she did so that we could get the best score for her. And on her standing broad jump, she held the same score for each of her jumps, so she was holding, she wasn't like dropping her scores. The areas for improvement that I gave Hannah for her tests was for her tally chart and her swimming, that she could add more butterfly kicks off each wall, so make them more powerful, or add more in so she goes a longer distance underwater, which will help improve her performance. For based on her questionnaire scores, I told her she found it hard to cooperate with people in her swimming group. So I said maybe to improve her performance further, she could build friendships with teammates, so that will improve her overall performance and of the team. And for her power in her legs for the standing broad jump, I asked her if she could cooperate more like squats and lunges into her training, so it could prove her strength and then obviously her overall power for when she dives off the block. The fourth thing I said was Hannah could have taken more rest in between each swim, so she had more energy. So this probably might have improved her underwater and her stroke count and etc. etc. Psychological training methods. I said that Hannah could cooperate yoga as a part of her training. This will reduce her anxiety levels. She could also put breathing exercises into her training as well, so this will reduce her stress levels, and this may lead to improved performance overall. For the SMART targets, the vertical jump test first. For specific, I gave Hannah will be able to improve her vertical jump by 2 centimeters in 1 month, which I think's realistic because she'll be improving her power in her legs more with her training. For measurable, her results will be recorded until she reaches her goals using the ruler, and also to make them more realistic and more reliable, someone could be there with her to watch her do it. Attainable, I said the target is achievable to reach, as it's a realistic time frame. This is realistic for Hannah, as because she is improving her power in her legs through her training and her squats and lunges. She has a month to do this, so I think it's realistic time frame and a realistic goal to reach for her, as it's not too much of a distance to improve by. And the time frame is realistic because she can fit all the things she needs to improve in her vertical jump test within her training regime. So overall, I think Hannah will be able to improve her vertical jump test. For Hannah's tally chart and her swims, the specific goal I gave to her was off each turn. I told Hannah that she needs to do 4 fly kicks off each wall every time. So obviously this will help to lead to improved performance when she races. For measurable, I told her every time she doesn't do 4 fly kicks or she does more, make a note of it so she knows if she's improving or she knows she needs to, train a bit harder. For attainable, I told her that it's only really an extra fly kick off each turn that she's doing now. Overall, it will be tiring for her because over an hour and a half session, that's a lot of extra fly kicks. But I think she can manage that because she'll be getting the rest she needs in between. It's realistic for her to achieve as she has enough time and she trains enough during the week and overall to improve this. And for time-based, I thought it was a realistic time frame to give her a month to add add 4 fly kicks off each turn, and this was so when she races that I could see that she'd add an extra fly kick after each turn. For the questionnaire, I asked Hannah as a specific target to look for a practitioner near her who will help her to teach relaxation exercises such as breathing techniques and how to control her stress. For measurable, I asked Hannah to record her exercises that she's been given each week. And I've also asked her to keep a log of how she feels when she's done it and after she's done it, and also how she feels about the whole process. For attainable, I thought it's realistic as there's lots of different practitioners out there that could help her, and she only has to contact them via phone or email, so it's realistic for her to reach as well. She'll be able to afford the sessions and it will fit into her training program, so it'll also be realistic. And time frame, it's a realistic time frame for her to have a practitioner by a month, and also because of her training program and her schoolwork, the practitioners will be able to fit around her. Hannah's short-term goal for the vertical long jump is to include vertical jump tests in her training. So this is so she can look at how the power in her legs is improving, and maybe if it's not so much, she can add more training in, so more power exercises. For her swimming, Hannah's short-term goal is to complete all fly kicks she does. Wait, have I read that right? Yeah, so sorry about that. So I asked Hannah to make sure that she does her 4 fly kicks or more to improve her underwater skills. And Hannah's short-term goal for her questionnaire is to take part in loads of questionnaires so she can find out all different information about the psychological factors and her performance in her swimming. Hannah's medium goal for the standing broad jump is to note each test she does so she can measure how she's improving. So obviously she knows what to do and how she can improve that. For her swimming, medium goal is by 2 months she should be able to do 6 fly kicks off each wall, apart from breaststroke. And for the questionnaire, I've asked Hannah to take part in 2 questionnaires a month. I've asked this also to be watched by the practitioner she goes and sees, so they can monitor how she's doing and what ways psychologically they can improve her performance. Hannah's long-term goal is to improve her 100-meter freestyle time by 1.5 seconds. I've given her this because I think over a long period of time this is achievable, because she's practicing her underwater more. This will make her quicker, so her underwater skills would be better, therefore improving her overall performance. For the vertical long jump test, Hannah's long-term goal is to obviously improve her score by 4 centimetres this time. So because of all the exercises she's been doing and in her training, this will obviously hopefully improve her standing broad jump test, and will also improve the amount of distance that she dives in at. So it will improve her dive, which hopefully will improve her overall performance as well. And finally, Hannah's long-term goal for her psychological questionnaires is to keep taking part of them and continue with her breathing exercises and all other techniques she's been given, and to also continue to see her practitioner when she can during her training programs.